Hello, world. I am Norman Rafferty, broadcasting from an undisclosed location. We are here for Astounding Science, a game of our own design. It's our own private Idaho. Speaking of that, I am joined today by our intrepid adventurers who will take on the roles of space patrolmen in the glorious future of 1980. I am joined today by, I guess we'll go left to right. We have our brevet captain, Griffin. Tell us about your brevet captain.
Hey there, I'm Commander Boris Blaskowitz, the fastest rocketeer beyond Mars. I'm pilot, first mate, and acting captain of the Problem Child. I'm a daredevil star child with a carefree personality, and my motto's let nobody hold you back.
Yeah.
And we had just dealt with the total conversion weapon, and I think that's about it.
You're about to get another goal because
Yes,
the dealt with is
technical at best.
We had to deal with the village to save it. Also joined with us today is Theta. Tell us about your character.
I am Dr. Corvus Quasar, mechanical Martian crackpot. Personality hubristic, motto is Eureka. And I guess I should spiel here a little bit about the changes that I've made due to the situation that I may have caused.
I believe you. Now you had the chance to take iridescent soak, and you didn't take it.
No, I thought magnetic was better. And this might explain a little bit of the thing that's happened to inform Piat a little bit. Having detonated my nuclear device.
Yes.
Yeah. Having detonated my nuclear device in the wondrous object that was the total conversion weapon, I've been exposed to a massive dose of radiation and heat when the shockwave hit our ship. As I was floating out in the cargo bay with the bomb bay doors open after I shoved my missile out there.
You filed a work safety incident report?
No, there's no, nothing happened. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I am now also terribly mangled, burnt, fused, melted. One of those things where if I turn my head, you probably hear sparks and everything. Bits of pieces breaking off when I move around. I am terribly loud when I move around now. I probably severely hurt. Who knows? But yeah, no, I have spent 10 XP to purchase a monstrous soak, as my body is terribly mangled and horrible to look at.
Well, I mean, we would have fixed you up R2-D2 style.
You can't fix me up. I'm an ancient device of Martian design. I am alien and mechanical.
You'd have to go to Mars.
That just sounds like a side quest to me, personally.
We'll just dunk you in a vat of WD-40 and call it a day.
I have also applied to take the different flaw of loud and obvious shell. See if I can get some flaws working out there.
Yep.
Also, the radiation has damaged my internal processors and whatnot, so I'm selling back the gift Savant.
Yep.
And the real effect of the radiation is that I apparently am now somewhat temporarily, permanently magnetic.
Yep. You've been magnetized. So speaking of people who are not magnetic, Arcaloid, go ahead and tell us about your character.
Yes, I'm Arcaloid. I play Ralph Summers, the high-strung egghead safecracker. He's a raccoon, and his motto is, when the door closes, break a window.
Refreshingly normal. Speaking also of refreshingly normal, it's our player out of time. Hugo, tell us about your character.
Hi, I play John Lancer. I am a cat out of time who has joined the Space Patrol, so I'm basically Buck Rogers. And my motto is never give up, never surrender.
And returning to us after an administrative leave of absence, Piats, on your Fortress of Solitude. Tell us about your character.
I am Captain Rondo Proteus. I am the real captain. And I was away last week. No doubt my character was boldly breaching bureaucratic bulwarks in pursuit of truth and so forth. And while I was gone, I got away for a little while. Everybody had delusions of grandeur and blowing up stuff, getting themselves killed, stuff like that. All sorts of crazy stuff happened from what I understand. So I'm going to come back and things will be different. There'll be a new world for me.
So to recap what happened, so while Captain Proteus, you were trying to decipher the many crimes of oh crap, where is it? Sorry, I have my own notes here and they've gotten really, really long. Why are you beeping? Don't beep. We're on the air. Should not be beeping while I'm on the air. Excuse me while I try to search my own notes here. Okay, yes. Dr. Rickman. Dr. Rickman, a expert in cybernetic intelligences, but apparently was having some sort of involvement with some sort of strange syndicate. You found him with a machine hooked up to a person's brain. When you then arrested him, and then Captain Proteus thought, well, this is a very strange scientific device as well as the big crime syndicate. I better look into this. And you started looking into the business records, and you found evidence of, brace yourself now, organized crime on the moon.
Moon crime is the worst.
Moon mafia.
The mafia, as it were.
Yes. So you managed to, in your spare time, while these players were off doing their thing, you've managed to uncover the Lunar Mafia and discover that the leader of the Lunar Mafia, Tony Merdisto, had disappeared. And through your own intuition, you discovered the reason why Tony Merdisto disappeared is because that's the brain that was being put in this cybernetic device.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Plot definitely thickens.
So after they only managed to do that after some blood typing and some other stuff. So you managed to gather a whole bunch of crazy warrants together. And the Space Patrol has finally been able to crack down on the Lunar Mafia. So congratulations. With their leader having disappeared, possibly due to health reasons, there was a slight disorganization and you were able to issue a bunch of warrants. So congratulations. Hopefully your career, all you can think of is this is the capstone to your career, taking down the Lunar Mafia. Everyone's going to remember you for that and not for what happened to your ship.
I wasn't there. I was doing good stuff. Yeah. The brain, is the brain still alive?
Was promoted to brevet captain. The rest of them decided, well, time is of the essence. We have evidence. We found Ganymede Station, the waypoint. Let's go to Saturn. And so they got in their rocket ship and they soared to Saturn. But before they left, they took the evidence of the cybernetic brain enhancing device and installed that in the ship.
Have we not seen Forbidden Planet, people?
Great movie.
Hasn't come out yet.
Sorry, Captain. If you'd have been there, you'd have probably quoted us more regulations and we'd have probably been more discreet about it. But we kind of felt like a kick in the door, waving the 4-4 tactic was worth it.
In fact, the brain-enhancing device allowed them, when they were hooked up to it and using the scanning devices, especially the N-ray devices they were using, they were able to scan the rings of Saturn faster than normally would have been humanly possible.
It sounds like an affront to science, though. I don't know.
Well, yeah. Well, it gets better.
It is at the front of science. You are correct.
So after scanning the rings of Saturn, they found evidence. They made contact with the locals. Apparently, Saturn's rings are inhabited by a race of gentle giants. These aliens explained that the people came from the sky and were mean to them. And so the players said, well, that's not very useful. Let's go investigate one of the mean directions. And found on one of the moons of Saturn, Sinope, they found orbiting it a giant crystalline structure that apparently was being converted either into a spaceship or a weapon, or possibly both. Our heroes infiltrated, and with the help of who they thought was one of the missing scientists, they actually discovered that she was a Tellurian agent in disguise.
Dang.
A fight ensued during, well, I won't bore you with the big details of that, but the fight basically ended when an atomic weapon was detonated inside the glucinium cylinder the incomplete super weapon that was being prepared. Now, we're combining an atomic polish with an unknown generation device, and also this device doesn't have an oversea control that it's supposed to. So, long story short, a big explosion went off that was redirected and then went off again, and it apparently has transformed the crystal ship into something. In the process, a large wave of radiation went out, and apparently, if I remember correctly, Brevet Captain Blazkowicz wanted to use the brain-enhancing device, but unfortunately, because it's an untried and untested technology, it unfortunately has rendered him into a cataleptic state.
If I remember right, I was just trying to use the radio.
Yes. After us using this for all types of complex, dangerous maneuvers, it was finally when he was trying to radio in some help that it finally malfunctioned.
You were using the brain enhancing device at the time because that's the only way this kind of stuff happens. So apparently you became one with the secrets of the universe, and I was just reading up on ego death. So yeah, so you fell into a cataleptic state. Meanwhile, back at Phobos Station for the Space Patrol, there's been an all points bulletin put out because apparently there's some sort of atomic anomaly going on past the asteroid belt.
Anomaly, if you will.
Anomaly.
Yes.
So look, Captain, we made science. We made contact with a new race of people, and we saved the solar system.
Did we?
Perhaps. The alarming part about this is the first thing the Space Patrol goes, well, the Ixion is the closest ship. And people go, Ixion? Yeah, the problem child. They keep calling it that. Oh, well, let's try messaging them, but I believe they're not responding. So isn't that Captain Proteus's ship? However, Captain Proteus is here with us. It is on the lunar station because, he actually went back to Earth to file all those warrants. So Captain Proteus, we're a little worried about your ship because it's not responding and there's something weird going out past the asteroid belt. I think we need to go ahead and investigate. Oh, I'm sorry. And also not responding is the Wings of Spinrad, which was your wingman ship because you guys filed for that. And you had a second ship. That one's also missing.
Did that get destroyed in the explosion?
You don't know.
Okay. All right.
The Wings of Spinrad is missing, and the Ixion is missing.
And we're limping home, basically.
Well, I mean, the control system of our ship has a deadhead at the helm, so
yeah, I could pilot the ship.
Scanners live in vain.
Right, and also we talked about the promotion. Apparently, this is promoted Lancer to captain, while your own captain is incapacitated. But anyway, we need Captain Proteus because this is your ship, and you're and also we're asking why was the Ixion out there? And it's the closest. Obviously, Ixion and the Wings of Spinrad must have found something. So, Captain Proteus, we need to call you back into active duty.
That's fair. I'm ready to go back out there.
Excellent.
Taking on the Moon Mafia, I have to get all these chuckleheads and save their bacon now.
Chuckleheads, watch your language, sir. You're an officer.
Crumb bums.
Well, we're going to team you up with, and hopefully you guys can see this here. So Professor Hasselstoff, who is our lead expert on matter energy conversion, doesn't want to go on the mission, but she was also worried that if something has happened that we don't know about that's beyond science, she feels it's in her best interest to advise you in a civilian capacity. And they've teamed you up with Captain Alexander Altien, a salty rhino who still has radiation scars from his many battles in space. And his ship, the Purnell's Glory, is already ready to go out.
Does Captain Altien outrank me? Are we co-equal in power and prosperity? Or do I outrank him?
technically, this is what always cracks me up. Technically, you have seniority on him because you have seniority on a lot of people. But, seniority is different from field experience, right?
So they keep telling me, but hey, I seem to be getting along.
I think you only have one rank of authority, right? You actually haven't spent any of your experience points yet, have you?
Not from the previous session, no.
No, okay, because you could buy more authority. You could rise up in the ranks. You could be General Proteus.
General Proteus.
Sorry, this is a fleet. Admiral Proteus.
Admiral. Captain to Admiral. That's pretty impressive.
Happens all the time, right? You got your field promotion.
How much does that cost? Well, we can. I don't know.
We're gonna have to go to Ganymede Station and then go out from there. So, Captain Proteus, do you have any preparations you want to make before you're shipped out?
Can I spend my experience points, or would you prefer
Sure.
that
What do you want to buy?
Well, what did we get last session? This is a silly question. Last session that I was here for, that is.
What was the reward for solving the anomaly? Didn't I give you guys local knowledge of the
Insider with the Saturnians?
Yeah, you have Insider with the Saturnarians.
I do?
Yeah.
But I wasn't here.
Then just take 5 experience points and shut the hell up.
Why?
Deal.
Hello, give horse mouth.
Yeah. Because you could retrain it. No, they spent a lot of time interacting with since you weren't there, I'll just assume you retrain it in 5 experience points. So you should be sitting on a pile of experience points that you've been meticulously writing down that you have. So when I ask you if you have any experience points to spend, you know exactly what the number is.
9.
Only 9?
9 experience points, yes. Well, I've been spending them.
Okay. Oh, that's true. You have been buying skills. My bad. Okay. I'm not one of those nice modern game masters, for the old school game masters. All right. So, yeah. So, well, if you want to resell something back that gives you 5 experience points, or you could buy some marks and some skills or something like that, it costs 10 points to buy a whole new gift. So if you want to raise your rank, you'd have to spend 10 points.
Which I just did. I turned in my local knowledge San Dorado and my 5 spare XP points and moved my extra shooting dice from D4 to D6.
Yep, because you did get in a shootout with the pirates and the Tellurian agent.
And I couldn't hit the side of a barn to save my life.
That was not your best day.
I will sell my local knowledge Jupiter. That's me 5 points.
Yep, it does. What are you going to spend it on?
So 14 points. You said it was 10 points to raise my rank?
Yep, you buy more authority.
Okay.
You've been promoted to Commodore Proteus.
That's a high honor because there's only 64 Commodores allowed in the universe.
Well, he also bought up shooting, so he can
What
fix
about
that.
Commodore 128? There's 128 Commodores somewhere, but didn't go over well. Okay, so that leaves me with 4 points, which I'm just going to hold on to.
Okay. Well, congratulations. Well, this promotion has been a long time, and technically, you've completed your field experience, which was the what you needed before they were going to, so that validates your pension. So I guess your move now is just retire and just forget about all this.
Yeah, I'm done. Pretty much. I'll let these guys play.
Okay, Governor Proteus retires, writes his memoir. Okay. Do you guys hear like a monster screaming?
No, but I hear a cat.
Oh, that's what I meant. Yeah,
Your peanut gallery is very vocal today.
No, a monster screaming would be Arcloid's cat.
Okay. There we go. Okay, so you'll fly out there. While you're flying out there, and you've been promoted, so don't forget to change your token name. The 4 of you have the problem where Blaskowitz is, like I said, in a cataleptic state, and your ship is apparently drifting.
I'm a pilot. I can take over controls and fly.
Okay, you can take over the controls, but something has happened to your ship. The controls have frozen up. Not only have the controls frozen up, but the engine fuel rods are no longer moving. Also, Dr. Corvus is stuck to the ceiling.
Okay. I guess since I'm acting captain, Mr. Summers, since you're the only one that knows how to turn a wrench left walking around in this ship. I guess we'll have to prioritize some things. Let's get the controls working and the fuel system operating so we can at least limp on home.
Very well.
Let's see what I could do here.
Go ahead and check out the engines, which will be a roll of mind, academics, and crafts.
Okay.
Apparently, everything on your now your ship, you installed the glycinium polish, which I believe is still active, right? Because that hasn't glitched out.
Right.
Right. So that might have affected the way the radiation did. But apparently, everything on your ship that could be magnetized is magnetized.
I mean, also remember that the back door, the hatch was open when the blast went off.
Well, unfortunately, the hatch is still the hatch to the cargo bay is still open because all of the machinery is frozen. Everything on your ship that could be magnetized is magnetized.
Right. I shut the internal doors not to leak atmosphere, so that I could then keep the back hatch open. Gotta get him up with a better word for the back hatch.
Is John Lancer a team player?
Yes, I am.
Doctor. So Lancer and Summers. Lancer and Summers go to investigate the damage. During this time, Dr. Corvus, you slowly learn that about your joints and have a nice little escapade where you teach yourself to feel pain again. So you have to break your bones and they regenerate and reseal them after 10,000 years. Nothing but scar. All right, I'm quoting a meme none of you know, am I?
Nope.
Okay, never mind.
I mean, you say 10,000 years, my first thought is Rita Repulsa, not a meme that I don't know.
Okay. But you teach yourself to move again. But I would assume that after the blast, like your metal outer plating is now like damascene coated with a bizarre burn pattern that looks incredibly frightening.
Oh, you mean like somebody gets struck by lightning? How that burn patterns them?
Yeah. Ever seen acrylic? They do the acrylic painting with electricity, where they put lightning in acrylic glass and then hit it, and it makes those weird patterns.
I think so. Not sure though. I was thinking more of a damage pattern, like into being a metal being superheated and cooled too fast.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Your face looks like that.
Well, I figure my entire body does. But like I said, also internal servos, everything is damaged. I am.
There you go. That's what you would look like.
Only the front and your right side look like that, which makes it even more horrifying.
Take my strong hand.
Only the part that was exposed to the blast.
Yes, thank God I turned to the left as fast as I could.
Okay, so you'll spend some time repairing the ship. Lancer was good enough to, let's see, you guys have 2 successes. Okay, so the major problem that you have is that your entire ship is magnetized. And eventually you'll find Dr. Corvus is also magnetized, but apparently he has some ability to control this because he manages to demagnetize himself and leave where he's stuck.
Okay.
You're going to have to find some way to eject this magnetic energy so your mechanical parts in your ship can move again.
So basically we gotta touch a big metal thing and demagnetize ourselves.
Yeah, we have to degauss ourselves, yeah.
Degauss ourselves.
How would you do
that? To carry that energy or that magnetism away on an ionized bolt, say from our blasters?
You could, in theory, try to build an ionizing chamber and then project it outwards. You could use your ship's main battery for that, or you could try to use a different, like an ionetic bomb.
Okay. What's
or
the
else?
Okay, Summers. What's your poison? Bomb or cannon?
Cannon.
Okay. All right.
I got this paper cup. I'll just rub it until the magnetic field weakens. All you do.
And I stopped to ignore the judgmental stare that Dr. Corvus is giving us as we're putting this all together.
10 minutes later, Dr. Corvus is covered in paper clips. It's just everywhere.
Okay, you don't understand how amazing that is, though, because in space, I can form the infinite length of paperclip chain.
Oh,
there we go. Back to her. At this point, you're struck in the head by the teapot that's somewhere between here and Pluto. Conk.
Okay.
It does exist.
I will use
Okay.
I will use my academics again to assist Summers in constructing this device. I have one success.
You will give him a success. Go ahead and make a, I guess, go ahead and make a roll of the mind and craft with the bonus to build this. Meanwhile, Blazkowicz has vital signs, but apparently he's going to fugue seek. Blazkowicz, did you spend a bunch of experience points to make your character weirder?
Yes, I did. I now have personal power.
You now personal, but you didn't buy anything to go with it?
And I can't use it.
Why can't you use it?
Because I know no rituals, and I have no academic sites either. So even if it did, I'm going to fail.
Well, I thought you were going to buy like ESP or Vitalism or something like
I
that.
don't have enough experience yet.
How much? You need 10, right?
Right, I need another 10.
Well, don't you have something you could sell back?
I got French Insider with the Saturnians, and then I need 5 more experience.
Well, what else do you have that you can sell back?
I could stop being injured. I could sell back my Panic Soak.
You still friends with the people on the moon?
No, I sold that back.
Okay. Because
So-
you got skill ranks you could sell back.
Do you still
right?
have research? Do you keep...
Oh yeah, I could sell back skill ranks. Let's try.
Yeah.
I could just start gutting the character. I could say goodbye to the
you had a
D4
traumatic
shoot.
experience.
I mean, what about those
It would
local?
work in it would work under the circumstances. You did just take a massive, brain
Yeah, you
trauma.
just take a massive brain injury.
I mean, do you still have those local knowledges as well?
Yeah.
I sold those off as well.
Okay, we're on the same boat.
So my advice would
All
be, why don't you go ahead and sell back the Insider with the Saturnarians, and then if each skill rank you sell back gives you 2 points. So if you could
Actually,
just...
I only have 1 independent skill rank now that I look at it.
Oh,
What did you
So,
sell
I
all
don't
your
have-
stuff back for?
yeah, where'd all your points go?
Improved
man?
attributes
Oh,
and frenzy.
maybe you get weaker. It is
You-
injecting you with shit.
You can sell back improved attributes.
I know. I'll sell back Panic Soak.
You can't sell back Panic Soak.
Oh, dang it. Oh, no, that was so good. I
You
could
could
stop
sell
getting
back injured.
injured.
You could sell back Injured Soak, but you can't sell back Panic Soak.
But Injury Soak is coming so handy for me, too.
I
It
would
hurts.
suggest selling back one of your improved attributes because you should really buy the power now.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and swap out, and I now have
All right.
power.
All right. By the way, 2 successes. My assist and 1
Excellent.
success from him.
So you'll go ahead and prepare that gun, and then I guess you're just shooting it off into space, right?
Yeah. Meanwhile, we're all just like, no, dude, the other port. Yeah, no. Dr. Corvus
Okay.
would totally use that port.
Once Boris has finished reconfiguring his character, he'll snap out of it. Commodore Proteus, you fly to Ganymede Station, which is in the process of being converted from a pirate's hideaway into a proper space patrol. They replace the radium X rods in your ship, so you have enough fuel to get to Saturn. Commodore, you are the ranking officer. Captain Altien and the Purnell's Glory defers to you. Once we're going to go to Saturn. What is your plan?
Well, I mean, we're going to see go to where the other ships were last seen. First of all, like you've lost communication.
Well,
so,
unfortunately, you're at Ganymede Station. They said the last time anyone saw them was here on Jupiter. We don't have any sentries or anything out past. This is our furthest waypoint, sir. After this, they went out and they didn't file a log or anything. Both them and the Wings of Spinrad just went to Saturn.
do we have any readings of the atomic anomaly? Do we know which generally what direction that was in, or was that locally?
We don't, but Professor Hasselstoff will say, I was held hostage here on Ganymede Station. If the materials are still here, I could attempt to look at my lab notes and the readings they left me here, and I could attempt to make readings myself. But I would need someone who's highly skilled in academics to help me.
Well, I have some skill in that regard, so we can engage it. So I need to come up with a
All
catch.
right, go ahead and make a roll of mind and academics. Commodore Proteus, are you a team player?
Do I have that as a gift? Do you mean?
Yes. I don't think you do.
No, I'm in charge. I'm not a team player.
Right, you're
You
team-
guys.
Okay, well, go ahead and make a roll of mind and academics. And I'll wait patiently while that happens. There we go. Okay, that's good enough for an assist bonus. Dr. Osselsoft leads you to they have a separate bunker, and she, shudders with post-traumatic stress disorder because I was kept here for for almost a week, where there's nothing out there but it's only inches from deadly vacuum as they forced me to work on their own terrible experiment. To think that all of my research could be used to cause such violence and harm in the world.
Not if Space Patrol has anything to do with it.
Thank you, Commodore Proteus, she says, clasping her hands over yours. It's the bravery and the resolve of you and your men that gives me the courage to carry on.
Excellent. I'm doing well.
Well, according to this ultrawave detector, now that we're closer, there is indeed some sort of anomaly here, she says, pointing at the oscilloscope screen. See that dot? That's an anomaly.
Oh, look wisely at it. Yes. Just tell me, remind me what that means.
That means there's something that is projecting ultrawave and N-ray radiation at this point. And if these readings are correct, the amount of radiation that's being projected is much larger than was originally predicted all the way back, at Phobos Station. How ultrawave radiation travels faster than light and how relativity isn't really a thing is not really understood in this far-off future of 1980. But one thing I can say... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, I was going to say, does this indicate that the total conversion weapon has been fired, or malfunctioned?
Well, it means the total conversion is taking place. The amount of energy that's being generated here is more than any atomic reactor, even those run by the thermions, could ever possibly generate. I can only fear that she hangs her head. I fear your crewmates have failed and that the total conversion weapon has been created, and it's right here orbiting next to Saturn. It's the realization of our worst fears. I shudder to think what to do. Maybe we should flee or something, or hide. We could be witnessing the total destruction of everything. She seems despondent. How do you react to this, Commodore Proteus?
I react by saying, when things like this happen, when things are at their worst and seem the darkest, that's when action becomes the clearest. As our numbers grow fewer, our courage grows the greater, and our share of glory in the support of law, order, and good government.
Your speech is inspiring. I like you guys are in this. So Captain Altien will say, well, we are men of action. I salute you, sir. Are your orders to head out there immediately? Do you think we need to call in reinforcements?
I think we should stand ready to call in reinforcements, but we need to go now.
So we're going to go now and call reinforcements.
We're going to call for reinforcements to back us up, but I think we need to get there as soon as possible.
You have 2 gifts of authority. I'm going to suggest that you tap one of those gifts and use your social standing to scramble the fleets. Is that what you want to do?
Tapping my authority and scrambling the fleet.
Yep. Call it. Go ahead and give us one of those 1950s orders where it's like, we need all attention, all troops.
Attention! This is a Class L emergency. Total conversion emergency.
Yeah, they flip to the manual.
All scout saucers. All battle rockets towards Saturn at once.
Okay. Meanwhile, the problem child. Okay, so Ralph, Boris.
I would like to know, though, I could just if I could spend my remaining 4 points of experience to get D4 in transport to reflect the fact that I'm teaching myself to drive.
You
have your learner's permit.
Finally.
terrifying everybody on the Glory.
I don't know how
Don't
to
forget
fly
also that
stick, though.
transport is your ability to endure.
Thank you.
Okay. Sorry, I'm clicking on things here. All right. Congratulations, the problem child. When you charge up your main batteries with the ionic discharge and then fire it, your accuracy has gone all to hell as a strange lightning bolt makes a crazy arc and flies out from your main battery. However, there's a crackling noise as your ship is successfully degaussed.
Excellent.
And probably about that point, the helmet pops up. Boris sort of springs to consciousness with apparently terrible muscle tearing throughout his entire body at this point. Like he's been having an hour-long seizure after a nuclear attack.
And Dr. Corbus, you can all the paper clips fall off of you.
Oh no,
Can he start talking?
I'm still magnetized. I'm staying magnetized.
Oh.
Can he talk, or is he still just mute on the ceiling, staring at us with disapproval?
No, he's learned how to use his internal mechanisms to control. A lesser intellect would not be able to manipulate the electrical servo modulations in their own body. But Dr. Corvus is a genius.
And I
What do you
prefer the
call an
ceiling.
lesser intellect?
I like it.
So, okay, so in that case, can he do an assist on us and help us construct a better cannon?
It already worked. I mean, why do you?
Lancer.
I don't need to make a
Lancer
thing better
report.
that already did.
However, things have become complicated as you all rejoin and see Blazkowicz has come back. Although Blazkowicz looks different now, he knows things now. Which power did you buy, Blazkowicz?
Extrasensory perception. I've seen to the ends of the universe, and it is now forever within me.
Do you have the old sci-fi giant brain with veins popping out now?
No, but we'll go with the eye color change or something.
That would be
differently now.
Boris, you okay, buddy?
Pulsing brain.
You were right there, buddy. I'm like passing my hands in front of his face, like, buddy. You okay there? What's going
I
on?
can still see Lancer, thank you. But yes,
Piat,
I'm fine.
help me out here. I believe traditionally he has two retractable antennas from the top of his head. Is that what happens?
Yes, but they are invisible, though.
You have two invisible antennas that protrude from your head. No one else can see them because they're invisible.
But I know they're there. They can't hide from me.
But unfortunately, your ship is suddenly rocked. I need everybody on the ship to make a roll of on the problem child. That's everybody but the captain. Everybody but the Commodore to make a roll of mind and transport.
Woo!
Even though I'm magnetically adhering to the ship.
I'll let you pass, except for Dr. Corvus is magnetic. Okay.
Dr. Corvus.
All right. So you guys are not surprised. Each of you has one success. Your ship has been shot. And you're not surprised when you see, unfortunately, a familiar rocket ship coming across. Well, the front of your ship, of course, has big canopy windows so you can see. There is another rocket ship outside shooting at you. And unfortunately, it has the markings. It has that peculiar display where the ship itself kind of glows in the dark because it's got very big vacuum tube-like structures on them. That show the energy. That's thermionic technology. You are under attack by a thermionic spaceship.
Oh, real quick. Is the child still with us?
Oh, the cadet.
Yeah.
It's a
he didn't die.
I just noticed that we didn't roll for him, so I was like, "Wait, is he still with us?" I forgot.
I forgot. You picked up Wyatt. Yeah, you've still got Wyatt.
Okay.
You need a token for Wyatt too.
Well, that's on that. I forgot what happened to Wyatt in the midst of the nuclear explosion.
I assume he had plot armor. So,
no, the Allies don't get plot armor. They have a gift called Distress Soap. That's their plot armor. But Wyatt's fine. I forgot we picked up Wyatt, the spunky cadet.
All right, who's our best gunner? Get on the turret. Is the turret at least working?
Sir, I think you're our best gunner, says
All right.
Wyatt.
All right,
You
then.
didn't shoot me out of any of this.
I'll take the wheel. Don't you worry about it, Lancer.
I'll hop on the turret.
I've seen how this turns out.
Okay.
What? What?
Yes. So you'll all hurry to get into your battle positions. So so Boris, you're taking the pilot seat.
Yes.
Okay, so you're in the pilot seat. Lancer, are you the shooter? Or are you moving to the canopy?
Yes, I guess I'll be
All
gunner
right.
this time around.
Well, where are you going?
To the gunnery.
Lancer's in the gunnery. There's only one gunnery position on your ship.
Oh, okay,
Go
then
down to engineering and keep the ship running.
we'll do.
Okay, and
Lancer,
Dr.
you know me too well. Steerage it is.
Well, you're magnetic. You could go outside.
I could. Well, the door won't close, remember? If you're going to board the ship from anywhere, it would be where the door is.
The doors are working again. You've been magnetized.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
It's a Bucky. Take the radar station and back up course.
You are in the captain's seat. Go ahead and make a piloting roll. That is going to be speed and transport.
Well, there's this
All right.
fine chair you could use if you like. I know you just
know
came
what?
off of it, but
You know what? I'll pass for right now. I've had a little bit too much learning experience for today. So starting off with a 6. And 2 successes total.
Yes. Okay. And are you a team player?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So, so you'll fly the ship. Are you trying to flee or do you want to engage the Tellurian scout?
I'm going to engage the scout.
All right. So, I'm going to go in next ranking order. That's going to be your gunner. Lancer, all of your attack dice are capped at your highest transport die or D8. So if you have any dice that are bigger than D8, they drop to D8 in size. Do you want to shoot at the Tellurian scout?
I do want to shoot.
Okay, they're going to return fire.
Okay, let's see if I just these 10 XP actually paid off. 2 successes.
Ooh.
Okay, that is a tie. However, you have
I have 2 6s.
Yeah, you have 2 6s. And I only have 1. So it's going to hit your ship and bounce off of the glucinium shielding, which holds.
So far.
And you will inflict cosmetic damage to their ship. So in other words, you shoot them, and like some of the outside blows up, and then there's burn marks. So they've taken cosmetic damage. The next hit will hurt something.
Pew 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 pew.
There's nothing going on in engineering, so Ralph is fine.
Good to know.
The Tellurian is going to let's see. The Tellurian ship is going to go ahead and fire back. Does your gunner want to return fire?
Yes.
Okay. We'll roll off. Winner hits the loser. I've rolled a 12.
Forget it. You got
Damn.
me. And even though I maxed out at an 8, but you still got me.
Yeah, that's a good roll, but
I mean, you still screened out their 8, so it's still a good roll.
the shielding is hit. Yeah, but you screen out damage by rolling that high. I only get a grazing hit.
Mm-hmm.
So the shielding holds. Boris, are you still pursuing?
Sure am. I'm not going to let them give away our position.
Make a roll to pursue, and Ralph, I assume you're going to shoot at them?
I get to re-roll the d6.
Oh, Ralph's not in the shooting position.
John, are you? You can choose to aim before you shoot. Are you a veteran shooter? Do you have the gift of veteran?
Do I? No, I do not.
Okay. Well, you can roll to shoot them with a bonus D8.
Okay. Do you want me to do that now?
Yeah. Or I could just shoot you.
No problem.
The Tellurian has a targeted laser that it fires with. They've rolled an 8, and you rolled an 8. That is a simultaneous hit.
And 2 5s.
Their armor holds. And you are also hit The Glycinium shielding deflects it. The scout appears to be moving away from your ship in a direction that's not towards the anomaly. Do you continue to pursue?
I think it's probably time to break off because we know there's a fleet, and I'm not going to fly straight into it.
I'm not going to make you roll because you successfully break off.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Commodore Proteus, are you still with us?
I am.
Commodore Proteus, you now, are you letting Captain Altien sit in the command chair of his ship, or are you going to outrank him and unseat him so you're sitting in the command chair?
Yeah, I'm going to be on the bridge, but I'll let him sit in the command chair after you show me some of the basics of, like, how to back out and signal my turns and stuff like that.
Oh, his ship's almost identical to yours, so.
All right. No, I will be on the bridge, but I will let him retain command.
Okay, well, while your ship, since you have a head start because you stopped at Ganymede Station flying out, your ship, and of course in cinematic language, because normally you can't, like realistically, we couldn't see ships at the same time because you'd be too far apart, or whatever realism is in this world. Anyway, there is a blockade of ships between you and Saturn. It's at least 3 thermionic fighters. And in fact, captains, the captain will ask his canopy to identify them and say, yes, they're definitely thermions. They're contacting us on the ultra wave, sir. And the captain says, well, make it audible. And you will have to hear in that kind of snide, monotone voice, it says, you have no jurisdiction in this area. This, like all of the solar system, is under the control of the mighty Thermionic Empire. Turn back or be destroyed. Well, says Captain Altien, that's 3 against 1. He's going to turn and look at Commodore Proteus. What are your orders, sir?
What are the odds here? Can we outrun them? Can we get past them?
Don't know. The Thermions are capable of almost anything. If they're skilled, it will be difficult. But they're blocking our way to Saturn and the anomaly. And this is when Professor Osselsov will say, if we can't stop the total conversion weapon, or or get control of it, the entire solar system is doomed. She grabs you by the lapels, Captain first. Doomed!
I'm aware of the gravity of the situation.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun. Right. So you said these were fighters. Does that mean like they're like little ships, or are these like similar in size to our ship? Like
they're little. Their ships are smaller than ours. They might be scouts or they might be an armada. Let's take a look at them. Why don't you make a roll, since you're our resident genius here, of mind and academics? I'll let you roll a bonus D12 if you have the research. And I want you to roll a bonus D8 because you have a skilled crew who are advising you. You're some kind of nerd. You get your Jane's Guide to Counter Earth Flying Saucers.
So we're doing an academics roll. Plus, what was that?
I put it in the Roll20 chat. An extra D12 research and an extra D8 from your crew. Show us your grognard power, yacht.
I'll show it to you as I figure out newfangled computer machines. Okay.
Two successes. This is not the battle fleet. These are definitely Tellurian scouts. While they are armed, they don't have as much armor or as resilience as us. 3-1, tricky. You probably can't outrun them. You probably would have to fight them.
Okay, I'm going to take the third path, and I'm going to attempt to reason with them.
Okay, say something reasonable.
I'm going to reason them and say, okay, attention Tellurians, you have no authority here. This is interplanetary space. We are on a mercy mission. We're investigating the loss of 2 of our own ships. Several other ships are coming up behind us. It's in your best interest to abandon this blockade, otherwise they may misunderstand your intents and destroy you.
The radio answers, we have evidence that your kind have developed a powerful weapon and are about to employ it against the peaceful and logical people of the Thermions. This is no peaceful mission. You are being duplicitous. You are here to solidify your power base and to attack us with your deadly weapon.
In which case, your resistance against us is even more futile. But I want to assure you that the Space Patrol and the Interplanetary Federation is not the ones behind the creation of this weapon. We are investigating a rogue cabal or a third faction that is attempting to perhaps create a state of war between the peaceful Thermians and the peaceful Space Patrol.
The radio goes silent for a while, and that's when Captain Altian scratches at some of his radiation burns and says, "This makes me nervous. They're plotting something. They're probably summoning reinforcements. We should attack at once." Professor Osselstoff says, "I can't. All this violence. It can only lead to tragedy." Commodore Proteus, what do you say?
Was I able to make a reasoning roll?
Reasoning with the enemy? Sure.
Yeah,
if you try to reason with them, that would indeed be your. Since you're trying to be, well, actually, they're Thermions, so forget the will. Roll your mind and your negotiation. Do you have anything that assists being reasonable, like diplomacy?
Let me have a look.
I think you're a bookworm.
Yeah, but I do have D8 negotiation.
Okay, we'll make a roll.
So we're doing mind
and negotiation, because you're trying to reason with them. I was thinking you could make a passion speech, but they don't respond to passion as they are creatures of cold, calculating logic. And nobody here took like a career diplomat or salesperson, so nobody has diplomacy. You're all hands-on people. Okay, well, that's one success. Let's see. Well, because also they know things. Captain Altian's gonna scratch his radiation burns again and say they know something that we don't, because they're already here.
I don't think we should trust them. No, I just don't want to start necessarily shooting yet. But
the reply is going to come back to say, "Do not attempt to cross any further." Say the Thermions in their strange voices. This matter is not for your, for your concern. The great and almighty intelligence of the Thermions will resolve this issue. This is but a small favor we do to you. Turn back to pass any further will be an act of aggression. And while they're saying that, one of the ships flies away.
One of them flies away. Is it flying towards Saturn or away?
It's flying towards Saturn.
All right. I say we just go after that ship. Hell bent for leather. But arm the ray cannons.
Arm the ray cannons. Pursue Gamma.
And I'll say, Thermians, we are on a mission of mercy, and we will let nothing stay in our way, because that is one of the core principles of Space Patrol.
Okay, you go after them immediately. A bunch of ray gun stuff happens. I'm going to gloss over the first combat round as your ship takes a couple hits, but it's superficial damage at first. Commodore, you were the person in charge. You can choose to use your tactics to rally your crew if you want to do so. Do you have leadership? Did you ever get the gift of leadership?
I do have the gift of leadership, but I do have tactics, believe it or not.
Okay, but will and tactics and leadership gives you a bonus D12. You can rally your pilot to reassure them, to give them commands to fly better. You can rally the gunners to shoot better. You could rally someone else because you feel like it, or just something I haven't mentioned.
I'm going to rally the pilot because my idea is for us to go as quickly as possible with doing as little damage as possible.
Say something inspirational.
Go that way. No.
Come on, you watch Star Trek. What does Picard say to the helmsman?
Engage. I'll tell him to, yes.
Engage.
Follow that ship. Forward. Engage.
Arm the plasma
Okay.
You can
torpedoes.
do it.
Fire red
I
lasers. Fire
believe in
blue
you.
lasers. I'm going on break.
Yep.
Make it so.
The thermions have no the thermions are calculated by logic. They know nothing of love or self-preservation. You can use that against them. Yes, sir, says flying. Wait, how can I use that against them? No, keep flying. Oh, sorry. Go ahead and roll your dice. It's going to be your will tactics and a bonus D12 from leadership. You have to appeal to your emotions. Okay. Wow, excellent. Yes, your ship pursues the Gamma ship. Like I said, they're fast, but the pilot will advise you. It's like, if I pursue them, I have to burn more fuel. We might not have enough fuel for the return mission if I keep this kind of pace, sir.
We'll worry about that when we get to Saturn.
You're the boss. Full throttle. Whatever that means on an atomic reactor rocket ship. Exeunt, pursued by Nazi UFOs. This is the best game ever. Meanwhile, back with the Ixion and the Problem Child. Sorry, the Problem Child people. I believe you're still in battle with this scout.
I believe
no,
it disengaged and we chose not to pursue.
You disengaged and chose not to pursue. Okay. So where are you going then?
I think we need to figure out what happened to the other ship. At least confirm that there may be survivors that we can go pick up.
When you last left the wings of Spinrad, you'd sent them to investigate evidence of a mining operation that the pirates were using in part of the Saturn ring. That's the last place you saw them.
So I think our job is going to be to go buzz that area.
Okay, to buzz that area, you will have to make a roll of mind and observation. If you have Insider with the Saturnians, I would give you a bonus D12. Who still has that?
I do.
Guess I sold it off.
I still do.
Okay. And you're also in the canopy, which is also where the sensors are.
Yep.
Do you want to use the brain-enhancing device?
No.
Why?
Everyone just looks upon it with fear now.
I want to point out that the last guy who used the brain-enhancing device got supernatural powers.
We don't know that yet.
He's been saying that he's been witnessing things that haven't happened yet. He said he saw it coming.
He could just be it could just be whatever happened to him wearing off.
His brain is huge.
I love Theta's logic here, which is, hey, he said he's not crazy, so he must be better.
No, I'm literally doing that cat cautious thing where they like walk up to something and they slowly just like touch it like it's on fire or
Stop
something.
slapping it with your paws.
But yeah. Do I need to roll anything? Is it my mind observation?
And a bonus D12.
Okay.
Look, the same thing that you're refusing to use is also the same kind of thing that's protecting the ship from all these blasts.
Yeah, Boris.
On a roll.
There is a problem where when you're flying the ship, it of course like rocks funny and stuff because Boris says, I can predict where the ship needs to go before it goes there. Ooh.
Okay, boss, whatever you say.
It's not erratic, it's predictive.
I'm just trying to keep the ship together before we get home. And I have 3 successes.
3 successes. Well, yeah. Well, you say, let's see. Based on this trajectory here, go ahead and go 143 degrees galactic north, 38 degrees galactic east, whatever that means.
And then Boris finishes my sentence before I can.
I know what's happening. I know everything now. If you want to use any weird ESP powers, please let me know, Boris. We're going to crib from Occult Horror here.
Yeah. You know what? I may as well go ahead and try to do one right now because it could actually be highly relevant.
All right. Well, make a roll.